How to Build a Great System for Better Sleep by Ania and Shen. Some general background information about sleep is that it is essential for daily function as it impacts our cognitive, mental, and cardiovascular health in both the long and short term. People often implement sleeping behaviors that do not achieve this improved sleep. This is due to them believing that by applying minimal amounts of effort into their routine, it can help them. However, they would be incorrect in this assumption. This leads us to our literary review, where each of the effects of poor sleep will be discussed more in depth. In the studies comparing those who did get adequate sleep and those who did not, researchers observed that their attention span, reaction time, processing speed, and cognitive flexibility were all negatively impacted. This is due to their brain not having the time to recover and process information correctly during sleep. Additionally, due to hormonal imbalances as a result of the body not getting enough rest time, people's mental health have also been affected as a result of a lack of sleep. Researchers observed side effects such as trouble regulating emotions, creative thinking, low self-control, and feelings of social exclusion. Importantly for long-term health, it was observed that those who consistently did not get adequate amounts of sleep over 2.6 years had more than a 70% chance of developing hypertension, also known as high blood pressure. This was a result of the body consistently not having the time to rest, resulting in hypertension. Overall, this paints a picture of how, in the short term, one's cognitive and mental health are negatively impacted, while in the long term, one's health can be compromised if the problem of inadequate sleep goes unchecked. This leads to a list of things we recommend to avoid and to implement to improve both sleep quality and quantity. The first thing we recommend is to avoid consuming large quantities of food 3 hours before bed. This is because eating food before bedtime will start the digestive system, which is not recommended. This is due to the fact that when sleeping, the body naturally slows down all processes, including the digestive tract. The result of not slowing down one's digestive tract before sleep are side effects such as bloating, acid reflux, or heartburn, which all make it difficult to fall asleep or stay asleep. This is due to the fact that when lying down after eating, it makes it easier for stomach acid to move upward, causing irritation in the body. By consuming large meals 3 hours before bed, it gives the body ample time to properly digest these foods. This will give the internal system a lot of time to once again calm down and shift your body into a smooth state of relaxation. Another thing we recommend doing is minimizing blue light exposure 2 hours before bed. Blue light comes in the forms of things like phones, computers, TVs, and tablets, and it confuses the brain into thinking it is the daytime. This type of light blocks the release of the hormone called melatonin, this being the hormone that tells the body when it's time to sleep. When melatonin is suppressed, it makes you feel alert when you're supposed to be tired, making it harder to fall asleep. When minimizing blue light exposure 2 hours before bed, it allows melatonin levels to naturally rise. This helps signal your brain when to wind down. Some smaller ways to implement this are by dimming screens, using night mode, getting blue light suppressing glasses, or switching to non-screen activities. All of these are quick ways to improve one's sleep quality and to help fall asleep faster. One thing we do recommend is taking warm showers before bed, as it helps prepare the body for sleep in several ways. Warm water raises the body's temperature temporarily, and when you step out, your body begins to cool down. This drop in temperature signals your brain that it is time to sleep, similar to its natural temperature decrease at night. Warm water relaxes tight muscles and reduces physical tension buildup during the day, also helping to relax the body physically. In contrast, cold water can shock the body and increase its alertness rather than help relax the body from a hard day's work. By using a warm shower or bath as a part of a bedtime routine, you can help the body transition from an active state into a calm, relaxed state that supports better sleep. Another thing we recommend is drinking warm, non-caffeinated tea, as it can help the body further relax and prepare for sleep. Warm liquids are naturally smooth and can signal comfort and calmness in the nervous system. Herbal teas like peppermint or lavender are especially helpful because they do not contain caffeine and are associated with relaxation. Some herbal teas contain compounds that help reduce anxiety and promote a sense of calm as well. Having warm tea as a part of a nightly routine also creates consistency, which trains the brain to associate certain habits with sleep. This predictability winding down process helps the body recognize that bedtime is approaching, making it easier to relax and fall asleep faster, this improving your overall sleep quality. Another thing we recommend is trying progressive muscle relaxation. This is a technique that helps both the mind and body unwind before sleep. It involves slowly tensing and then releasing different muscle groups, usually starting at the feet and then moving upwards. This process helps release physical tension that may have built up during the day without even realizing it. As your muscles relax, your nervous system also shifts out of a flight or fight response and into a calmer state of mind. This also helps quiet racing thoughts because your focus is directed towards breathing and muscle movements. Over time, progressive muscle relaxation can reduce stress and anxiety levels, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. This next section will not discuss things to implement, such as sleep rituals before sleep, but things to do inside the room to make it easier to fall asleep. The first thing is to minimize the amount of blankets used. This is because it can help regulate the body's temperature while sleeping. If too many blankets are used, it can cause overheating, and this is one of the most common ways people wake up in the middle of the night. When your body is too warm, it becomes harder to reach and stay in deep sleep. Using fewer, more breathable blankets can help maintain a stable body temperature, allowing the body to relax more effectively. Additionally, adjusting the room's temperature is essential for good sleep because sleep experts recommend the room to be about 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit. This is because a cooler environment supports the body natural temperature drop that occurs before sleep. If the environment is too warm, the body may struggle to relax, leading to restlessness and frequent waking up in the night. Another helpful change is investing in blackout curtains. Light exposure during the night, whether it be from street lights, cars, or early morning sunlight, it can disrupt melatonin production. Another helpful change is investing in blackout curtains. Light exposure during the night, whether it be from streetlights, cars, or early morning sunlight, can disrupt melatonin production. Blackout curtains block unwanted light and help maintain darkness, which signals the brain that it is time to sleep. This is essential for helping people who live in well-lit areas or need to sleep during early morning hours. Additionally, another thing that one can do is only use one's bed for sleep. When people use their bed for activities like studying or scrolling on their phone or watching videos, the brain starts to associate the bed with being awake and alert. By limiting the bed to only sleeping, you train the brain to recognize the bed as the only place for rest, making it easier to fall asleep once lying down. Another key factor is using pillows that provide proper support to one's body. A pillow that supports the neck and spine helps prevent discomfort, pain, and frequent movement during sleep. Poor pillows, however, cause neck strain and disrupt sleep schedules, while a supportive pillow allows the body to stay relaxed and properly aligned throughout the night. Finally, maintaining an organized, clean room can positively affect sleep by reducing stress and mental clutter. A messy environment can make the brain feel overwhelmed and anxious, making it harder to relax before bed. A clean, organized room, however, promotes a sense of calm and comfort, helping the mind transition from a restful state more easily. To add on to that, trying to delete mental to-do lists without structured relaxation techniques often increases stress rather than reducing it. Finally, light pollution in the room, such as LED lights or device indicators, may seem minor but can still disrupt sleep signals. These habits often have limited benefits compared to consistent routines and environmental changes. To wrap things up, there are many easy habits that one could develop in order to create a solid foundation for good sleep. The issue at hand is whether they have the desire to do so. Lots of people today struggle with laziness in this aspect or one's phone addiction. And of course, learning to limit one's blue light exposure at least 2 hours before bedtime is the simplest and most effective beneficial technique on the list in terms of overall sleep quality. Lastly, here are the sources used. Thank you for listening to our presentation, and we hope that you implement some of these changes into your